Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Taechichu and I don't know what I'm doing, I'll never know what I'm doing, and that's what I'm using as an intro. Hello! Hello, hello, hello. I have another conspiracy for you all. It's not dark and spooky, but you know what? It's fine. But you wanna know who has to deal with? This guy. No, not Pikachu, but Ditto as a whole. So this conspiracy theory I kind of formed on my own, and I will be talking about some of the other conspiracy theories that Ditto is known a part of. But this is just something I formed upon my own thoughts because I can never stop thinking about Pokemon no matter how hard I try. So, firstly, a lot of people have heard of the conspiracy theory that Ditto is a failed experiment clone of Mew, which Mewtwo is obviously the clone that actually was successful, and people say that Ditto was the unsuccessful Mew clone. Okay, so the reason that people think that Ditto is the failed experiment of Mew is that they have the same shinies, they both can no transform, they weigh the same? Now, it's a lot of speculation there because they weigh the same and they have the same shinies, but I think that the theory is kind of true. By kind of true, I mean Mew has nothing to do with it. I think that Ditto is a man-made Pokemon. And the reason that I think that is because, yeah, you can obtain them in the wild, but with the way that Ditto is, Ditto can't breed with other Dittos. The only way that you can get Dittos is if they're just like chilling in the wild. So how did we get these Dittos? They can't breed with each other in the wild. How did we get them? We made them. I say we like they're real. I think that in the Pokemon world, they made Ditto, but they made him for a specific reason. Now, here is the reason that I think Ditto was made in the first place by scientists. So there are specific, in the Cantonian region, there are Pokemon that are gender specific. That of which is, an example of it is Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan cannot breed with each other because there are only female Kangaskhan's. And I think that when Kangaskhan was starting to become extinct from the Pokemon region, scientists thought, we need a way to preserve these Kangaskhan's and to make more. And I think that the way that they did that was by creating Ditto so that Ditto can breed with any Pokemon that this is a problem with, like any female Pokemon, any male Pokemon, because Ditto doesn't have a gender, and Ditto can basically breed with any Pokemon that's not a mythical or legendary Pokemon. Which makes sense, because what if scientists programmed it into Ditto to be able to transform into any Pokemon that they have data on? Therefore, it can't breed with mythical and legendary Pokemons because scientists don't really have a lot of knowledge on that because they're mythical and legendary, and there isn't a lot. I mean, people study them, but there isn't a lot of information out there that they could have programmed into Ditto. Now, with this, I think that Ditto, they started mass producing Dittos so that Dittos could be out in the wild so that there can be, any Pokemon can breed with Ditto, so therefore Pokemon populations would be flourishing throughout the Cantonian region. And I don't know, I think that my theory is pretty solid. I mean, like I said, Dittos can't breed with other Dittos. So how did all these Dittos happen? We made them. And then you mass produce them, set them out into the wild. And then, you make more. More Pokemon that are discovered, you make more. And then the scientists aren't telling these trainers because it's a government thing. I mean, there are Pokemon that are man-made. Look at, I believe Magirana is man-made, if I learned that in Pokemon Sun and Moon anime correctly. But it's really interesting. What if he was just an experiment? And Mewtwo was man-made. So why couldn't Ditto? I don't think Ditto was made so that it can be a clone of Mew. I think that Ditto was made so that it could very well be basically what it is now, a breeding device. But it is also, human and not actually like, I don't know. I think that Ditto is man-made. I do think that part of the conspiracy theory is right, but I think that He was made for a completely other reason other than just being, you know, a Mew clone. And yeah, they weigh the same. Yeah, they can both transform. Yeah, they have the same shiny, but I don't think there's enough evidence really to back it up. Because those are just 3 things that really, you could say that about several Pokemon, except for transform. But yeah, it's really interesting. And you know me, I love my little man Ditto. I'm the Ditto queen, but I think he's man-made. And also, then, when they released Dittos into the world, and people saw them, they can't just say, oh no, they're just for breeding, you can't really touch them. They were just like, scientists were just like, well, if they think that they're real and we don't want them to question us, they can battle with them. And then we'll just make more, because we know how to make more. I think that the Pokemon government is sneaky. What do you guys think of that theory? Do you have your own conspiracy theory of Ditto? Do you even like Ditto? I love Ditto. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me, subscribe down below. Maybe hit that notification bell because I don't really have a upload schedule. But I try to upload once a week. Comment down below on what else you guys think you should... Comment down below what else you guys would like to see me do. And comment down below what you think of my theory. Do you think it could be right? Do you think I'm completely crazy? Because that's very possible. Or could I be onto something? But yes, thank you for watching. And I really like doing these conspiracy theories. And also, I do polls on my Twitter at least once a week. So follow me on Twitter if you want to know. Or if you want to participate in a poll. I do random polls, I do video polls, I do a lot of that fun stuff, so yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ditto out.